Welcome back, food fans. Tallahassee, Florida. My car got very muddy this weekend. It is raining. I did not anticipate it raining upon my food adventure tonight. Stayed here the last 2 nights at the Best Western Plus. Interstate 10 right there. The whole reason I came to Tallahassee, even though I made several videos in this area, was because of this subject matter right here. Welcome, food fans. I hope you like Cracker Barrel. My lens is fogging up. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and lately, the last couple of months, I've been eating a lot of food on camera. I always eat a lot of food, but not always on camera. We've been doing a lot of food videos. First of, in Florida, and I am updating that series, kind of an unspoken about series, with Cracker Barrel. I think I'm going blurry now. There's something going on. My car, this is how it's gonna go. It doesn't like the rain. It doesn't like Florida. You know what does like Florida though? Florida's first Cracker Barrel. First one ever. Right here in Tallahassee. Right across the way from where I stayed. I stayed here on purpose because on Friday night when I first came up, I thought I was gonna go on this adventure, but it got too late, it got dark, and I stayed an extra night, booked an extra day, or extra evening at this hotel so I could make this video and eat at the first Cracker Barrel. There goes my hotel. Here we come, Cracker Barrel store number 44. Not the first one in the entire country. The very first Cracker Barrel opened in 1969 in Lebanon, Tennessee. This Cracker Barrel, the 44th in the entire country, the first in Florida. You can actually kind of start, there's the sign up there. Turn those wipers off. It's right up here, right off the interstate, as most Cracker Barrels are. My whole entire weekend, this weekend, all the videos in this area were all because I wanted to come to the first Cracker Barrel in Florida. Additional parking in the rear. Welcome to Hospitality Boulevard in Tallahassee. This is it, the very first one in Florida. We're doing this. I'm so hungry too. If you clicked on this video, odds are you like Cracker Barrel like I do. I grew up eating this. There it is. Oh, I noticed a difference. Cracker Barrel, old country store. So why am I here? Well, let's get more into that. So there is not a ton of information on the internet about Florida's first Cracker Barrel. I had to reach out to Cracker Barrel themselves. I've been doing these food series in Florida, the first of a lot of the world's first restaurants as far as chains. I'm talking about Red Lobster, Olive Garden, also just did Outback Steakhouse. Some of those original first restaurants are here in Florida. Cracker Barrel from Lebanon, Tennessee. However, this is the first Cracker Barrel in Florida. And thanks to Cracker Barrel for answering my question. I sent them a message through Twitter, or X as they call it, and they got back to me pretty fast. I said, hey, where's the first Cracker Barrel in Florida? And they said store number 44, Tallahassee. Lo and behold, here we are. The rain's starting to die down. I'm here underneath this live oak tree. I was at Cracker Barrel a couple weeks ago with Chris the girl, Miss Queen Halloween, my beautiful fiance. We went on an adventure the day, the moment Cracker Barrel released their 2024 Halloween merchandise. I didn't film it, Chris did. Make sure you check out her video. We will see Halloween in this store today. I will show some of that, but if you want to see all of it, check out her video. We've already done this. Well, we did on her channel. Shout out to my beautiful fiance. I love Cracker Barrel. As I did that evening, I'm probably going to eat chicken and dumplings. I just love their chicken and dumplings. Also, I'm a big country fried steak fan. Their breakfast, their biscuits and gravy. Maybe I'll do breakfast for dinner. I haven't eaten all day. Actually, I ate a banana last night when I got to town, and it was too dark to come film this episode when I was originally supposed to. That's why I booked an extra night at the hotel, by the way. I went to Whataburger down the street. Yep, Whataburger, right down there. We don't have those back in Tampa. We used to. I love food. I love you guys. Munch ahead, as I always say. Or no, wait, I say much ahead, but this is munch ahead. This is Florida's first Cracker Barrel. Let's go enjoy. And what I'm noticing right off the bat is that this Cracker Barrel's door is on the left side of the front of the store. Every Cracker Barrel I have ever been to, it's always been on the right. I'm sure there's other stores like this one, but this is my first time going to a Cracker Barrel where the door's on the left and not on the right. And it does look pretty old. I could not find a lot of information about when this store opened, but I do know they opened their 60th store in 1980. So this store was created between 1969 and 1980. The 44th Cracker Barrel, the first one in Florida. You know what? Even though the door is shifted to the other side, it still looks like a Cracker Barrel. And they're celebrating the 4th of July still. Thank you, Cracker Barrel. Of course, you got the rocking chairs. The iconic rocking chairs. How much are these going for today? $239.99. Oh, look at that. Made in Syracuse, Indiana, and also North Carolina. So I pulled up crackerbarrel.com. Cracker Barrel history and timeline. Our history has always been rooted in the warm hospitality and homestyle cooking that makes every location special. See how we made Cracker Barrel your home away from home. And if you look here, there's a picture of the original first Cracker Barrel in Lebanon, Tennessee. Dan W. Evans opened the first Cracker Barrel Old Country store on September 19th, 1969, located on Highway 109 in Lebanon. This is really nice. There's a lot of pictures in here, a lot of history. I also read that Cracker Barrel last year opened their 660th store. So they're up to 660. So this being store number 44, this is a historic Cracker Barrel. It being the first in Florida, definitely. Store hours at this Cracker Barrel, Sunday through Thursday, 7 to 10. Friday through Saturday, 7 to 11. Okay, so here we go. Through the iconic breezeway, always a breezeway. I'm kind of weirded out that the country store, the old country store, is on the left. I'm not used to that fact. And they do have Halloween. Was just featuring all this with Chris the girl. Actually, she featured it. Creature feature. We love Halloween in our house. Actually bought this last year. Have this at home. We've got this at home. We got a lot of this stuff at home. And it being Tallahassee, home of the Florida State Seminoles. The ones near my location in Tampa. I'm thinking of the one in Oldsmar. Yes, we had a Cracker Barrel in Oldsmar, not off the interstate. We had a lot of USF Bulls stuff and Florida Gators, some Seminoles. I didn't say Florida Gators in here. I didn't say that. We're also really close to Florida A&M, so they have souvenirs for you fans in here. Okay, I don't think you can buy this at just any Cracker Barrel. It's a snake hand puppet. Hey, what are you gonna have for dinner? I don't know. What about you? You. Always cool the knickknacks you can buy in here. They have clothing. They have. This is like one of those stores where you can just find something for everyone. They also have birthday cards. I have bought a lot of birthday cards in Cracker Barrel, specifically because I knew they had them and I knew it was going to be a quick in and out. I bought a lot of cards for my dad, I remember, in Oldsmar out of that Cracker Barrel. And one of my favorite things about Cracker Barrel when I was a kid, we always got candy after our meal, and I would come over here and pick out my candy. Typically it was the rock candy. I'm sure they still sell it here, they have to. Okay, we definitely didn't have this. Gummy bagel bites. Also, gummy bologna. I like that gummy bologna, it comes off the tongue nicely. I can't find the rock candy I used to get when I was a kid, but we'll show a little more. I'm getting really hungry. Again, just had a banana today. Thin sticks, 4 for $1, 35 cents each. You buy the Chico stick for the cow tails. These are classic. Remember this 3-color coconut. Also, they have pecan log rolls. Remember when we did the taste test between Stuckey's pecan log rolls and Bucky's? You can also throw in Dillon's Gourmet into that mix. I've never had theirs. Cast iron skillet central. Good place to pick up a cast iron skillet also. My grandma, man, she made the best cornbread. Her cast iron skillet was seasoned for years. One time someone tried to wash her seasoned pan. And man, I thought grandma was gonna hit them over the head with it. You can't wash your seasoned pan. Always a lot of classic toys in Cracker Barrel. Etch and Sketch, Stretch Armstrong, Magic 8 Ball. I had all of these, by the way. I remember my grandpa telling me a story when he took me to Cracker Barrel. We went on a trip to Oklahoma and I wanted a pirate pistol. They used to sell pirate pistols in here. I don't see them today. Oh, it's the Witch's Brew. It's still going. I don't know if you can hear it. This is a cool Halloween spooky shopping. Also, I found a lot of good books. I've purchased a lot of good books over the years. At Cracker Barrel, you can also purchase a copy if they're not sold out. I've already checked, they're sold out here, of Erie, Florida. Mark Muncie's book. You can buy those in Cracker Barrel. Also, if you collect the classic magnets for each state, check the Cracker Barrels. Here's the Florida one. Also stickers. Stuff like that. That's why I love Cracker Barrel. Very roadside attractions, very Americana. Also, where can you get mugs like this? A fun thing to do in the morning is not talk to me. All right, I wouldn't even put coffee in this. I would put milk in this. Also, I think this is a newer thing. I don't remember the vintage sodas when I was a kid in Cracker Barrel, just the candy. You can now get a lot of stuff. Hank's root beer, it's one of my grandma's favorites, one of mine. Sarsaparilla. Also, we got Burners. My grandpa likes that one. And Big Red. You don't see that a lot in Florida. Also, there's a lot of flamingo stuff in here. We'll wait for dessert. I'm gonna go eat now, and then I'll come back out to the store. And the host stand right over there. Gonna go put it in. Party of one. I think I'll be seated right away. It's not too busy out here. I am going to think really long and hard about what I want to eat. It's probably gonna be chicken and dumplings, but I may go with breakfast. And I have been seated right before the fireplace. Notice there's no fire going. I remember Cracker Barrel being a good place to warm up in the winter up north when I was a kid. Always had a fire going. And as soon as we sat down at the table, we would admire our kerosene lantern, of course. This game piece, which I'll be playing that, but my brother and I would always just go right over here to the middle, not here at this one right now, but that's where you would play checkers. There would be 2 seats, typically there's 2 seats, a checkered board right there, and that's where we sit right in front of the fire, keep warm, have fun. I think in every Cracker Barrel there's a buck and a shotgun above the mantle. I do see some Florida stuff in here. We'll take a look at that. Check this out, right here on the mantle, Capital City Cloggers. These are photos of this clogger group at the grand opening of this Cracker Barrel. And you can definitely see the cars in the background. I may have been off with the year. It looks like very early 80s, maybe late 70s. I wish it said a year on here, but these are photos from the opening day. It's the director of cloggers, Rex and Dot Ackridge. This is right out front. All right, so my 5-star server just came and requested my beverage, or asked me what I wanted to drink. I got half and half tea. That's what I normally go. I'm gonna thumb through the menu. Over the years, the menu has changed, but it really hasn't. That looks good. New York strip, eggs, $19.99. We got breakfast all day. I used to get the Uncle Herschel's special, or the old timers breakfast a lot. Also Mama's breakfast, Grandpa's sampler, pancake tacos. Okay, I've never heard of those. Biscuit Benny, Eggs Benedict. They also have early dinner deals, chicken and dumplings. It is dinner time. Also, I used to get fish a lot. I used to come out for the Friday night fish specials. They had cod and catfish. They have really good catfish here. We're just kind of moving over here to the barrel bites. Biscuit beignets, white cheddar cheese bites, country fried pickles. Thank you so much. Also, when I was a kid, I don't remember Cracker Barrel having alcohol. That's a newer thing. They have mimosas here. Also beer and wine. And I learned a couple weeks ago when we were spooky shopping with Chris the girl, they have take-home meals now at Cracker Barrel like they do at Olive Garden. That's pretty amazing. So basically you pay for your entree and you can take, for $6 more, you can take home any of these with you. Eat for lunch the next day or for dinner. And here's the favorites. So many items on these menus. Chicken and dumplings. Still leaning towards that. Meatloaf. Like my grandma made it with the ketchup. Country fried steak. That's another one of my favorites. Grilled chicken tenders. Roast beef. Oh man, I'm making myself hungry. And they have steaks. Vegetables and sides. I love their biscuits. Their cornbread here. Okay, I gotta make a decision. And one last thing on the menu. On the back, they have weekend lunch features, 11 to 4, Monday through Friday. If you come early, you can get chicken and dumplings, meatloaf, pick 2 country combos, all of that stuff for $9.49. That's pretty great. All right, so I do this every time I come to Cracker Barrel. Over the years, I have only passed this one time. The object of the game is to jump 1, take 1. And the goal is to only leave 1 golf tee in the paper. All right, I had to pause. I just ordered my food. I could tell you, but I'll show you. It'll be here. So yeah, the object of this game is to jump 1, take 1, jump 1, take 1. Now I'm putting no effort into this. I'm just showing you. I'll probably get it then. Jump 1, take 1. Jump 1, take 1. All right. Jump 1, take 1. I've already messed up. Jump 1, take 1. Now it's impossible to jump, so I have 3 left. The object was to only leave 1. Now check out this inscription. Jump each tee and remove it. Leave only 1. You're a genius if you do that. And it says leave 2, and you're pretty smart. Pretty smart. Leave 3, and you're just plain dumb. Well darn. And if you leave 4, it says leave 4 or more, you're just plain ignoramus. You see that word right there? Say it really fast. All right, I did it. I'm a genius. No, I'm just kidding. I just took 2 out. And my basket of cornbread and biscuits has arrived. You don't have to order one or the other. You can order both. I struggle with what my favorite is, the biscuits or the cornbread. I think it might be the biscuits. They're just really good. Also, they give you these like jellies, marmalade, orange marmalade. Also, their blackberry one's good. Uh-oh. This marmalade is made with California oranges. Should I be showing this? It being Florida's first Cracker Barrel. I've never had orange marmalade or I've never had this type of jelly or marmalade on a biscuit. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty tasty. They sell venison here. One thing about Cracker Barrel, a lot of things about Cracker Barrel, a lot of good things, but one of the best things is that it's always fast. My food is already here. So I went with the chicken and dumplings. Oh my, glorious, glorious. Oh, it smells so good. Also got the glazed carrots, mashed potatoes with the white gravy and the corn. I like to mix all this up, by the way. I think that's a Midwestern thing. I just mix all this in with the actual chicken and dumplings. Looks like they threw the carrots in with the chicken and dumplings. I don't care. I don't mind if my food touches. I'm one of those, hey, it all goes to the same place. But I typically mix all this in. I just love the gravy and the dumplings. Man. Tastes like home. Like gravy on the mashed potatoes. You can also get like turkey gravy, brown gravy. Breaking bread with you guys. Virtually. Man, it's good. Everything's good here. Cracker Barrel. Always clutch. I wasn't kidding. I literally mix all this up. Goes good together. Slowly devouring and destroying my meal here. Always clutch. It's really good. Everything came out really warm. Tastes really fresh. I think that's why a lot of people come back to Cracker Barrel. So every store looks about the same, but every store uses different antiques and all authentic antiques. Look at that Coca-Cola sign up there. Also, I like this sign over here, such as just says peas. And this is the best I could do. I am stuffed. The dumplings really fill you up. Also, I didn't really eat all day, so my stomach is probably a lot smaller than it typically is when I come here. Really good. Double chocolate fudge Coca-Cola cake. That's some good stuff. I've had that before. Also, they have some really good peach cobbler. Would like to try their biscuit beignets. Never tried those before. Don't think I'm gonna do dessert. Like I said, I'm stuffed. That's a big old buck. Okay, so I'm all set, except if you know anything about Cracker Barrel, I haven't paid yet. You pay at the front. Old school, like you'd see in a mom and pop diner somewhere. You take the check to the cash register and you check out. It's always been that way here at Cracker Barrel. All right, so I just paid at the front counter. I'm back in the old country store. Right there, Cracker Barrel 44, Tallahassee. So that meal came out to $14.68. With taxes, it was about 15 something. I gave a good tip. I gave a $7 tip. So I paid $22.78 total right there for that experience. Another thing about Cracker Barrel, not very expensive. Pretty good. When you combine those two together, the price versus the quality, great restaurant. I don't remember them selling soap when I was a kid either. You can get some beer-scented Bush beer soap. Also, the Duke Cannon soap's pretty good. I've had that stuff before. I've used that stuff before, and the Man Bar. I think I bought that in Target though. Oh, I got some of this at home. Squatch. You can buy soap at Cracker Barrel. Oh, over here hiding in the corner, A Nightmare Before Christmas. Both Halloween and Christmas. A lot of vintage stuff in here, a lot of dad stuff. Like this sweatshirt, this hoodie. I like pig butts, and I cannot lie. And the greatest reason why this is one of the best restaurants is because when you walk right in the door, they pay tribute to Flamingo. You know someone was yelling at the screen earlier. You better show the flamingos, Jay. Oh, I wasn't gonna not show them, trust me. I saved the dessert for last. What is this? I need this. What is this? Oh, it's a flamingo pen. I have 4 of those at home. All right, who put the Sour Punch Pickle Roulette next to the flamingos? Who did that? Also, didn't Garth Brooks once wear that shirt? It was either him or Billy Ray Cyrus. I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably rock it. Let me show the antiques up here, just hanging. Like an old sweeper. Old wood planer. Some skates, some skis, some snowshoes, a sled. It looks like one of the ice block holders. Old baskets. These are real antiques. Every Cracker Barrel is decorated with real antiques. So I was starting to say earlier. There's an old rake. Look at that big rake. A stoplight above the restroom. And I also bought this a couple weeks ago. So I've got a salt and pepper shaker with Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein and the monster, and I've got a Dracula exclusive Cracker Barrel salt and pepper shaker. Halloween. Creature feature stuff. Hello, Beetlejuice. 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 Oh, wow. The rain's cometh back. I timed that out just right. Might rock on the porch for a little bit. And something I forgot, almost forgot to point out, the actual Cracker Barrel. Pretty good chance that your local Cracker Barrel has a barrel sitting on the front porch too. Cracker Barrel, Old Country Store. Oh, I didn't realize the special today was Southern Fried Chicken. That would have been good. Maybe next time. Also, look at that. It's the orange bird. That's cool. Just like you see at Walt Disney World. That's an old sign. That's amazing. Also, have you ever had a quickie? tart, tangy, and terrific. The grapefruit lemon refresher. My lens is fogging up. All right, there we go. Maybe you haven't had a quickie, but maybe you had a Moxie. I've never had a Moxie. I've definitely had an Orange Crush. That is an awesome sign. Future Farmers of America. Member lives here. Just like that, the rain stopped. That's definitely Florida rain for you. A little bit of thunder in the background. Florida's very first Cracker Barrel. Store number 44. Number 44! I love your store. I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm thinking of an old football movie. Serving up the care and career you crave. Cracker Barrel, now hiring. How to apply right there. Take a screenshot, it'll last longer. Also, noticing curbside to go parking. Order and pay online in your app. Seems about every place is doing this now. So the next time you're passing through Tallahassee on Interstate 10, just know that the Cracker Barrel, this one, was the first one here. First one in Florida. Man, that was scrumptious. It's been a long day. 2 videos today for myself. This was like the best day. It was awesome. Explored some caves and got some Cracker Barrel. If you hadn't seen my last video, Florida Caverns, Florida freaking Caverns, I'll put a link in the description below. If you're a fan of food or Cracker Barrel, or a fan of anything you may have seen today in this video, please do me a favor. Give the video a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed it. Had a good time, guys. Thanks for always being here. If it was your first time, feel free to subscribe below and come on back, because as I always say, there's Munch ahead. Yum. Munch ahead is what I normally say. I gotta do the pun. It's a food video, I gotta do the pun. So, thanks guys. I'll see you next time. Tomorrow, I'm checking out of the hotel, waking up early. We'll see what I'll do. I might make a video on the way back home to the Tampa Bay area, or I may go across a state line. We'll see. I'm just gonna get up and go with the flow. So that'll be my next video. So stay tuned. Again, subscribe below and you'll get a notification of that episode. I'm rambling. Thanks guys. Thanks Cracker Barrel. That was a great time. Know you're awesome. Know you're loved. And no matter who you are or what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead for you, my friends. And Munch ahead too. Especially here at Cracker Barrel. Bye-bye.